Hey, it's Mike Nelson here today. Just wanted to bring you a segment on why new agents should join EXP and maybe why they shouldn't join EXP. So today we're going to talk nothing about that. I'd love to have you subscribe to our channel below. Click the notification bell. We'll be having quite a few series of educational content on EXP. Today we really wanted to talk about EXP and new agents. Wow, you know, mad credits always to Keller Williams, and Keller Williams is like, I think it's Vanpool maybe, is the one of the top industries out there that basically talk about top training organizations that are out there for people. And Keller Williams won it like 3 or 4 years in a row, and they finally just kind of gave them the Forever Award, kind of like the honorary all primetime all-star award, and basically just kind of gave them hung their hat on that, right? And so they could give opportunities to others. What I think is really cool and a really great opportunity from an EXP perspective is exactly a lot of the people that came from KW are in EXP. So obviously there's that knowledge. They still teach a lot around the Red Book, things of that nature. It's not really an EXP product. However, you know, I'm a big believer that this real estate education is everywhere. Gary is a phenomenal guy. Gary is one of the smartest guys I've ever known. He builds some incredible training and education. However, some things that I really truly enjoy and like about the EXP model for new agents is the power of the virtual world. Let's make no mistake about it. We're going to be virtual. We are becoming more and more virtual. So, you know, new agents, especially I would say maybe the millennial style agents that are coming in with some background in technology, with being more comfortable of being at home and working at home and using technology to learn as much as they can. Call it the YouTube nation, call it the TikTok videos, the YouTuber nation. And when COVID kind of hit, everybody was having to do things virtually, right? It pushed the industry into Zoom. It pushed the industry into online virtual training. I mean, title companies were doing things virtually using notaries, virtual notaries or e-signatures on things that had never been done before. I think some lenders were even doing that. So, you know, it was proven now that it's more efficient, it's more cost effective, and you can have a larger audience and breadth of talent coming in and teaching those topics. It doesn't have to be your local office expert who might be a 200 unit producer, right? Maybe they're wanting to bring somebody in that has a different skill set or a higher level of success. By leveraging that through the EXP model in the virtual world, that's been really crucial. With EXP, you have hundreds of classes a week, I would say, that you can log into. They're obviously recorded historically, but they have live classes that are on there. What's pretty cool about the virtual world, of course, is you can actually go in and sit with other participants virtually. You can actually walk into the classroom. You can actually look at the live presentations as it's being taught. You can interact with other people in the class. You can ask questions on there as if you're right there in the audience, and you really didn't have to inconvenience yourself. Here's the deal. That classroom training is way more efficient, in my opinion, in your scheduled day. Why? Because exactly that. It's like you didn't have to get up and get ready, drive your car to the classroom, get there 15 minutes early to get a seat, turn around and talk for an hour afterwards with everybody, right? And get kind of dragged down, and your day is almost shot for a 2-hour class. Half a day is shot because of that. You don't have to worry about the weather and canceling of things. There's just a lot of benefits to that virtual world side of it. The key thing I think you miss sometimes is the interaction piece, and that's been resolved using the virtual world. You can totally interact with other students. You can totally interact with the facilitator. You can even have the facilitator stick around after class and talk with him or her. It's really been powerful. The other thing that's really been awesome about that is the cultural side of it. And the cultural side that EXP has is that if you are a high producer called like an icon agent, one of your ways to get some benefits back is by teaching others. So they built that in the system, a reward and a benefit. It's kind of like KW used to have in some of the market centers, like a mentor program. Like, hey, one team lead might not be able to handle 200 real estate agents that are in that market center, of which maybe say 40% are brand new and have questions. So, you know, in this model, the high producers generally are encouraged through a financial opportunity, right, to give back to those agents and teach them and be a mentor for them and different things like that. So that's pretty cool, and there's a lot more cohesive alignment, I think, in that capacity, because there's more mentors, more teachers, more people wanting to do it, because there's a win-win on all sides. Why new agents as well, outside of the training, is just the power of the total room. And what I mean by that is, if you are in the right upline, it really, what this boils down to is everybody cares about your success. They really do, because there's a financial tying of that whole upline channel that I want to see everybody successful all the time anyways. That's in my world. However, whether it's a team or an EXP agent in my downline, I'm going to build systems. I'm going to help them. I'm certainly going to help a little bit different level, because I'm going to empower a more localized training for the team and more accountability for the team. Yet for those that are in what I'll call the EXP network, I'm going to give them some resources and tools, and actually more beautiful than that, most of that's already been created by the upper line, so everybody gets to be a part of that. That's a huge value, and those people are the ones that are always giving back and helping other agents be successful. And it's not just talk. I've been there for like 45 days now, and the amount of opportunities that's been thrown at us and our team as a rainmaker, and even our individual agents, have been able to reach out to some of these top producers. They've been able to attend this training, and there's been a lot of learning that's going on. What's been powerful for me is, and the team, is the opportunities that they provide. You know, for example, hey, I've opened a title company as somebody in our organization. Somebody else in our organization or larger network has done different things, whether it's a joint venture mortgage, open up a mortgage company, a seller guarantee program, cash buyer programs. Now, these things aren't new. Obviously, everybody's doing those things, right? It's not that that's just an EXP thing. Where it makes it different is the person who's running those really wants to help you succeed and help partner with you to teach you and train you on how to do those things. There's a lot of people out there that know how to do a lot of things. However, unless they're like a part owner of the venture, or there's some type of larger level financial opportunity to them, they're probably not going to be as open or willing to help you out. Where I found that to be different in the EXP model is they understand the concept of, until you do enough business, you're probably not really investing in other things. You're not cash flowing in other things. You're not doing a lot of other things, because you really need to get out and make that money first. So that's where they're going to focus first, is get you on that production path as a new agent. Without that production, you're not capping. They're not always realizing kind of the upline, downline financial opportunities. So they really want to help you succeed. The beauty of that I liked about the KW model was they didn't take any company dollars out of you until you did a deal. That was powerful, because to me, that always told me, hey, if they don't really help me be successful, they're not going to really realize the opportunity of, in our market, was $16,000 in company dollar. That was really cool to me. EXP is the same way. However, it goes another level further. Is your upline is really charged to help you be successful too, because not only does the company dollar matter to EXP, the rev share piece matters to those in your upline. So why do I give you those as examples? Is because it's one level more, right? In one model, it's, hey, as a market center, we're going to help you be successful. Yet you're one of 200 people in our market center. In the EXP model, it's like EXP's like, we're going to give you the virtual world. We're going to bring all these top talent people in to teach for you. It's not just your market center, but it's nationwide. It's on demand. It's all mostly free training, everything that I've seen. I know some other market centers charge you for certain products because they are trying to do some revenue opportunities in those. It's just really powerful. And so when the upline is actually invested into your success, so it's almost like a mentor, like when we used to have the old mentor program, you know, maybe there was $200 or $250 to the mentor for helping that agent answer their questions and kind of guide them along the path. They didn't really train them, but they obviously gave them questions where they were just supposed to be available for questions and answers. This model now is actually paid at a much higher level to anybody that's in your upline. So therefore there's even more financial tie-in or buy-in towards helping those agents be successful. So it's a really cool model that I really appreciate and enjoy, and I'm getting to reap the benefits of that, but I'm also now seeing how powerful that is as we bring people into the company and the organization as well. If we're not producing and we're not helping agents produce, then what good is any of this? It doesn't matter. It's a waste of the mentor's time or the upline's time. The agent's not going to stick around in the business very long. So it's really powerful to be able to focus in. And so what's cool is it's not the systems that I've built for the team or we built for the team. It's actually systems across large producing teams across the nation that are basically pouring into best practices, and then we push those down and they kind of spread throughout the network, if you will. So really neat, cool stuff. Some other benefits that I see for new agents coming into this model is just the fact that the culture's there, right? There's a lot of culture there between the upline. Yeah, it's virtual. And I know some people are like, ooh, I have to be in a brick and mortar building. However, I do feel like that is something that might be a demographic difference. So obviously if you're in a small town, you probably are used to going into a building. In the COVID days, you were probably used to, well, depending on where you are in the COVID days, if you were down in the South, you probably still were going into the office most of the time. If you were on the West Coast or East Coast, you were probably, may not even still be in offices yet, right? So you got to adapt pretty quickly to the virtual environment. And a lot of this is just demographic based. Obviously with EXP's model, they do have the Regus facilities, which those Regus facilities are at no cost for the drop-in space in those markets that have the Regus facilities. So there are options there. For us personally, we're gonna go ahead and buy a commercial property because it only makes sense from a financial wealth opportunity down the road. However, that's not for everybody. But I bring that back to the story, and the story is build your business first. Go get some money, go build it, and then start to invest that money. And that's where that power of that network is they don't just stop at your production. Once you're ready to kind of take things to the next level, they've got the experience that they're willing to sit down with you one-on-one and take you through that process. So what was really cool about our team is as much as there was a lot of KW coaches and mentors and all of that stuff out there, that was amazing for them. This nucleus of people that were here were like, hey, Mike knows a little bit, but there's a lot of people that know a lot more than him, right? If I'm being honest. And those were all in that upline. And that upline was like, cool, yeah, Mike, if you need some help anytime, ever, all you have to do is have your folks reach out, or our folks reach out, or myself reach out, and we'll gladly jump in and help them answer any questions they have, give them a path of strategy, whatever the case may be. So it's more like, I'd say more grassroots type of support and culture, where it's more tight-knit than it was maybe a larger corporate where there was a bunch of different lanes. Like you had coaching as a lane, you had education as a lane. And I understand that you have to have some organization in a company, but it can get a little bit siloed, if you will, and the lanes don't always cross paths. And so sometimes that small town grassroots approach is actually more friendly and actually more effective, just as powerful with the content and the training. Another thing that I really liked about the EXP for new agents is the fact that you have instant access to a managing broker or anything you need, a help desk, whatever. The cool thing about that virtual world is you're literally logging into a computer, you got your avatar, you're walking into an office using your screen, and you sit there and you go knock knock on a door, or you take a ticket, and basically you're next in line, and you walk into that virtual brokerage model or that virtual world into that person's office, and there's always a managing broker there. They have set times, and then they have other ways to get a hold of them after their set times. However, many of us, if you're a new agent, you probably haven't experienced this yet, but many of us have struggled, and I don't blame them at all, that there may be one managing broker for an office of 200 or maybe 3 offices of 200. And I give this as an example in fairness to those managing brokers. They could have 10 questions a day. They could have 100 questions a day, right? Their world is always going to be a little bit different every single day. What's cool about this model, again, is you get more real-time response. Somebody's sitting in the office. You don't have to call somebody and like, oh, I wonder how long this phone call is gonna take to get a call back. It might be tomorrow. It might be in 5 minutes. I mean, we were blessed that we had a really good managing broker that was very responsive in our previous brokerage. However, that's not true across most of the locations, right? Or against a certain amount of locations, perhaps I should say. So with that being said, this model, you know where you stand. You go in the virtual world and you might be ticket number 2, number 1, number 5, but at least you know if you have to wait in line, just like if you were in person waiting at your managing broker's door, you know, you'd be there. Now, I think most of the managing brokers also don't practice any production, and don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case in EXP. So now they're not feeling pulled between production and having to give managing broker responsibilities. I'm pretty sure that they are a single lane focused employee broker, and that's kind of our managing broker. That's their job. They're there to help the agents on the team. So that's been really cool. Not a lot of wasted time in there. You're not wondering when that call is gonna come in to get your question. And again, a lot of times as a new agent, everything seems to be critical. Everything seems to be urgent because you just don't know what you don't know, right? You don't know that if an inspection is objection is not due for a couple of days, or if you're in negotiations on it, you know, you might be feeling hot and heavy because your client's breathing on you, but the reality of it is you got a couple of days, right, to work that out, but you may feel like you need that immediate response. So managing brokers are really good about kind of understanding that. And the cool thing is it's about waiting in a line or just walking up to the door in the virtual world and they're open. They don't care if it's like a perceived urgent question or not. If the door is open, you walk in and you talk to them, just like if you were in a building or an office with a market center or a brick and mortar building, right? So that's been really cool. The fact that you can do stocks and get some extra benefits there, that's been really cool. The health insurance, I don't know too many other companies that are running a health insurance program like EXP is doing. I've heard, I don't personally have it because I have military insurance with the years of service I did. However, the others that are in our uplines have said they've saved them anywhere from $4,000 to $6,000 a year as compared to the self-employed health insurance. You have the discounted stock options. That's pretty cool too, right? That's almost like getting free money just for doing a deal. Well, I say that, but you get a discount, right? You think you get 10%. You can use up to 10% at a 5% discount. So if you get a commission check for $1,000, let's just say simple math, let's say $10,000, you basically can get stock reduced by whatever the value of the stock is by 10%, and you can buy up to 5% of that $10,000 check, right? So $500, something like that. Their conferences are pretty cool, I think. The conferences that I've been to thus far are a lot of masterminding, and that's really what I'm about. Like, yes, you need to be taught as a newer agent, like directly, like here's what you need to do, here's how you need to do it. All right, take these 5 notes and then go out and actually execute it. However, by not only having that mixed with some masterminding is you can sit in a room with newer agents led by somebody who is a more experienced agent who can actually get you all coalescing and talking. And what you find is through masterminds is somebody's found a creative way to generate business in Florida, let's say, and meanwhile you're sitting in Montana. You may be able to use that information that you learned from somebody in Florida across the country to put into your business model. And if you just have one instructor up there teaching, he or she is going to come from that small background, if you will, or that limited view of what they've done to be successful. There's a lot of other ways to be successful. So having that diversity amongst everybody is really important. I think that's probably the majority of it. I thought the onboarding process was super easy, super fast, super quick, super efficient. We had no issues with that whatsoever. And geez, we brought like an organization of 14 in. So I gotta believe a single agent going through that process is super clean, super quick, and super smooth. The fact that people can just come right in and plug and play. Obviously, they already have a database as part of their systems with KV Core. KV Core's been around for quite a long time, so it's pretty dialed in. It's just a matter of taking your time and learning that system and getting with your uplines and trying to figure out what templates are they using, what systems are they using. And that's the power of that, I believe, is that your mentors, or I should say your uplines, are gonna be like, cool, hey, we've already built like 10 different drip campaigns, emails that can go out to people as an example. We'll just share them with you and all you gotta do is plug and play with it. Versus, hey, here's how to do it, now you go figure out what you wanna do. I'm more of a plug and play kind of guy. That's just who I am. I'm an efficiency guy. Like, give me something that works. I don't need to be creative. I don't need to say like, ooh, this is something awesome that I created. I could care less. I'm here to make money, and that's what I want to be able to do. Take somebody else's systems with their permission and utilize those to basically duplicate the success. Why would I want to spend tons of time engineering and building something if I don't have to? They're very willing to share within this organization anything and everything that works to a higher level degree of actually, here is the system that works. Take this, put it into your model and go with it, right? Very simple stuff. I hope that helps you today. I mean, I'm always here to be a resource for you too. Call me with anything. I'm 45 days into the EXP model. I'm super excited. I'm super thrilled. All of our team, based on the latest poll that I've done, has been super excited and super thrilled about the move over. We're just getting ready to take the spring, summer on by storm, so it's going to be super exciting and super fun. I think I've only, like I said, I've been in 45 days and I've gotten like $600 in rev share. And I think last year I got a total of $2,100 for profit share. So 45 days in, I'm already 25% of what we made last year, right, in profit share versus rev share. So super excited about the opportunity. I'm looking forward to killing it, and I think this model also gives new agents additional arms of opportunity, right? Go out and build a rev share program, go out and build your stock portfolio, go out and leverage the people in your network to build additional things. However, I'm going to caution people that are new agents is we get bored too fast sometimes, or we don't put the effort in to build our business. We just want to jump right to the next thing. And I'm going to tell you, it's a little bit of a slow process in the fact that you've got to build your business. If you build a strong foundation and build your real estate business, that's going to carry you financially and intelligently across to, other opportunities. Other people are going to reach out to you based on the success and the experience you've had in real estate, not because, oh, I've been a realtor for a year, I sold 3 homes, I want to do something bigger and better now, in their words, right? Anyways, some little lessons in there. I hope you found any of this stuff helpful or valuable. We'll put this out there on our channel, and again, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and we'll continue to produce some content for you, giving you some specifics about EXP and how we believe that will benefit the company and benefit you, I should say, and go from there. Thank you.